How's that? Okay. Ken Trahan, Bill Gallagher. Here are the starting lineups presented by First NBC Bank. First of all, as we take a look at the John Curtis Patriots, Dinah Jones, Selma Bates, Deja Virgil, Abria Irons, and Jerkayla Jordan. And for the Destrehan Wildcats, Kiki Kenner along with Kaylee Mealy, Brandy Mason, Jerlisha Morris, and Kyra Urson. Destrehan will be wearing the home whites here in this one with their maroon numerals and trim. John Curtis in their royal blue with red numerals trimmed in white. Curtis coached by Barbara Farris, the former Tulane star, and Angie Butler, head coach of the Destrehan Wildcats. 17-1 John Curtis, 20-0 Destrehan, ready to go from the Alario Center. Championship Platinum Bracket, Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Tip going to Destrehan. They'll have it first with Jerlisha Morris across the timeline. Man-to-man defense. Goes out top now to Kenner. Kenner, right side of the floor, turns and kicks it back out top to Morris. Morris backs out off the bounce near the timeline and now spins into the lane area, throws it up wildly in and out. And the rebound controlled by Curtis. And here come the Patriots as Irons got the board. Open shooter for three, short. Offensive board tied up. Alternating possession to John Curtis.
Right off the bat, we see John Curtis running down the floor with trying to get a basket in transition. They kick it out for a three. A little bit short on that shot.
Inbounds pass, Dinah Jones, special talent. Down low, Iron. She's their top scorer. Blocked. Beautiful defense position-wise. Blocked by Mason. Quickly the other way. Urson all the way to the hole. She'll do that with great regularity, and she'll end up where she ends up now at the free throw line as a result. Special talent.
That was a really strong take to the goal, too. You know, we're looking for both of these teams to run a lot, but these teams are not successful just because they run. They both play good defense, and already in less than a minute, we've seen good defense on both ends of the floor.
Foul is on Jordan, her first, and the free throw is in. So Destrehan strikes first. Urson has been brilliant all week long, 85 points in 3 games. She's been tremendous. 27, 29, 29. You get the picture, but that's not unusual. And she gives Destrehan a 2-0 lead early on here, a minute in just about here in the first quarter of this championship contest. You'd like to say in games that pace is important, but not in this game. They both like to play quick if possible. Nice fake, but intimidated, and a good job to come down with it, though, by Dinah Jones. Off the window nicely, soft kiss. Always use the glass when you get in that close, right? Tied at 2. Morris off the bounce. Near the timeline, now Morris. This is Kenner. Look for 3, yes. Inside out.
That's the way to do it. That's the way you draw it up. That's the way a good offense runs. Inside out, kick it out, hit your three-point shooter, basket.
Lily Morris puts it home, 5-2 Destrehan. The answer is short, and Destrehan will get the board. Marley taking care of that. Or Mealy, I should say. Callie Mealy. And here's Urson. Tough assignment to guard her. And Deja Virgil has that responsibility. Nice spin move. Beautiful shot. Morris with 5 already. Kiki off to a fast start, and it's 7-2.
5 in a row for Morris. She hit that three-pointer earlier on, and then a nice take to the basket.
And another 3 ball. This one's beautiful. Dinah Jones cuts it to 7-5. Jones, a special talent with a great future. You have to guard both teams out high. They will shoot it from distance. Good rebound once again by Mealy. Again, Destrehan with no player over 5'9". Nice job to keep it alive. Soft touch, but it rolls off. Look at this scramble for the ball. Jump ball, alternating possession to Destrehan.
This is the second game of the day for each of these teams, and so far you wouldn't be able to tell that. They're coming out with a lot of energy.
And Brianna Bates checking in for John Curtis early on. So Bates, the first off the bench, as Bill talked about with the second game of the day. And here's Urson. Nope, back rim. And Jones the other way with her second board. Nice crossover. Nice bounce pass. And the finish ties the game. Well, Jones showing you her ability early on.
She sees the floor
very
well.
Talented. Nice steal from behind.
That was a foul.
Well, they call the foul from behind on Bates. She tried to catch up to Destrehan. Second team foul against Curtis comes at the 4:52 mark, tied at 7. Mason to bring it in, does so. Nice drive and a nice kiss off the window. And Morris with 7 already. She's been something, hasn't she?
She sure has.
Destrehan recaptures the lead.
Curtis has done a good job so far of keeping the ball out of Urson's hands, so Morris picking up the slack.
First turnover of the game. And the finish on the other end. So Kiki Kenner with a basket and an 11-7 lead. Jones again, long range, but that's short. You can see that out of her hand. Long rebound, Urson. Take it herself. Urson this time guarded by Jones as she crosses the timeline. Again, a lot of guards on this floor for both teams. A lot of people capable of dribble penetrating and creating shots for themselves. And on this alternating possession, Curtis will have it. That's what, the third tie ball already in this game?
Right, exactly. And like you mentioned about penetration, we've seen that a number of times already tonight too, especially from Morris for Destrehan. She scored twice on the penetration dribble.
Curtis will slow it up as they'll get it across with Virgil. Picked up by Morris, kicked away out of bounds. Curtis maintains possession. Jones with the pull-up and fouled. She'll shoot 2. As Mason jumped out to meet her, but got a piece of the arm.
So far you've seen Curtis hit the 3, take it off the dribble penetration, and then a little short jumper. So they can shoot from everywhere. It's certainly a definitive foul right there.
Dinah Jones knocks down the first, already has 6 points, and why not? The junior already with offers from LSU, Mississippi State, Arkansas, North Carolina, among others. And she knocks down the second and has 7 points, and it's a 2-point lead for Destrehan. Quickly the other way. Urson cut off the bounce. She traveled. Good call. Really nice position defense by Jones.
They're playing. Their game plan seems to be to key on Urson, and I don't blame them. So they're doing a good job of keeping the ball away from her, and then when she does have the ball, they're doing a good job of corralling her.
Both teams playing man defense, or woman defense, if you will. Simply a basketball term. And we get a whistle and a foul way out high. That's going to work against Morris. Her first. And the second against Destrehan. Angie Butler directing traffic for the Lady Cats.
Bounced off of her.
She's in the game.
Come on, coach, look for the ball.
There's Barbara Farris, speaking of being in the game. Outstanding professional career after her brilliant days at Tulane University. What a job she's done at John Curtis. For 3. Yes, and Curtis grabs the lead as Deja Virgil knocks it down. Deja Virgil with her first 3, 12-11. Nice job defensively to hustle back by Irons.
When you look at the floor that they're playing on, there are 2 3-point lines. One's for the college game, one's for the high school game. It doesn't seem to matter. They shoot behind either one.
I thought the maroon was for Destrehan and the darker color was for Curtis. What do I know? Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Nice steal here. And behind the back. And a race toward the basket. Bounce pass too far, though. And the turnover by Curtis.
I remember in the early days of this tournament, in the early 2000s, that was tough for the boys to get used to. They saw that second line out there, and they started shooting behind there. And they weren't very successful at it. Nowadays, the game has gotten stronger.
Backing up off the bounce. Tough shot. And out of bounds to Curtis.
Didn't
I
have
think that's the shot that Angel
Well,
Butler
she didn't have her
wants.
feet underneath her. She wasn't set.
12-11 Patriots on top here. championship game platinum bracket of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Homa Christian winning the gold bracket earlier today over South Lafourche. Outstanding performance. Short. And a strong rebound and a breakout coming.
2 more points for Morris. Oh,
maybe not. Nice save. Jones will get to the free throw line. Good effort.
Going back to that save down there, that's what you want to do when you're trying to save the ball out of bounds there. Just don't throw it back in bounds because you're throwing it back to the other team's goal. Throw it down the floor.
Second personal foul on Brandy Mason.
Nice strong take.
Back to live action. The first free throw rolls in for Jones. She's already got 8 points. So you get the picture about how special she is and what a future she has. The junior knocks down the second. 9 points for Jones. And a 14-11 Curtis lead. The timeout. John Curtis on a 7-0 run. Very impressive.
Yes, it is. They're playing hard on both ends right now. And as I said before, it doesn't seem that the fact that they both played a game already today that they're feeling any after effects from this. It was this morning when they played those games, so they have had a good opportunity to rest. But the pressure is up right now. The pressure is going both ways. The tempo is upscale, and it's going to continue that way.
The first NBC Bank Prep Showcase continues with the boys' final of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Catch the tape delayed broadcast tomorrow at 5 here on WHNO. 2:02 to play. First quarter, Curtis up 14-11. Destrehan going deep, and it taps off of Urson, and that will be a turnover to John Curtis. Each team with a pair of turnovers. And the Patriots will have the basketball. And Brianna Bates set to bring it in. Don't want to give her that look. Nice dribble penetration. How sweet is that?
I tell you what, they're doing a good job. Curtis doing a good job of setting screens for her. At that time, she took the screen and drove right in. Again, dribble penetration, nice little move.
Dinah Jones dominating early on. 11 points already. 16-11 Curtis. And the run is 9-0.
She only had 10 points in the last game?
And a travel here. What was she doing?
She took the game off or what?
Third turnover for Destrehan. Here comes Curtis the other way. Virgil running the show. Nice inside out. Jones again. And the board for Amelia, her fourth.
You know, even though she missed that shot, she got the ball too easily there. Destrehan has to recognize where she is on the court.
One shot, and that's all. Controlled by Irons. Open floor look. Jones backs it off the bounce. That was a little bit too deep. Good offensive rebound, though. Bates keeps it alive. Will take it herself. Nope. That will go out of bounds to Destrehan. 37.2 seconds play. Boy, Curtis attacks regardless of the situation.
They sure do. They sure do.
Here's Urson. Kenner for three. Yes, sir. So Kenner cuts the deficit to 2, and the Patriots will likely play for the final shot of the quarter here.
If you're Destrehan, you really want to know where Jones is on this possession. You know she's going to look to take that last shot. She's coming off the screens now.
And a turnover instead, and shot is going to be after the buzzer. So end of one quarter, and it's been the Dinah Jones show with 11 points thus far to lead John Curtis to a 16-14 lead at the end of one quarter. Special performance by Jones thus far, a special player, as we continue in a moment with our second quarter on the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase. 16-14. John Curtis over the Lady Cats of Destrehan, along with Bill Gallagher. I'm Ken Trahan. Dinah Jones with 11 points dominating. She had 2 rebounds and an assist in the first quarter as well. Kiki Morris, 7 points for Destrehan. Kiki Kenner with 5, Lily Morris with 7, I should say.
Before Destrehan can figure out how to stop Dinah Jones, they need to find her. You know,
right, she's had a lot of space, hasn't she?
She's been a lot of open space out there. So before they find a way to stop her, they got to find her on the floor.
Little discussion going on. A little substitution issue here. Tried to substitute after the horn is what they did, could not do so, and so they'll have to wait for the first dead ball for that to occur. And here we go, as Destrehan will start with the ball first here, down 2. The second quarter begins. Both teams have been in man from the start defensively. Trying to get Urson involved. She hasn't had enough touches. She does here. Excellent position defense, but look at Urson stay with it.
What a way to get yourself off the floor there and put the basket in. Might need to give her an assist on that play, too. I don't know.
You think? Tied at 16, Urson with 4. Nice job denying it. Curtis will maintain possession.
And right now you have Urson guarding Jones, so that's going to be a pretty nice matchup to watch this quarter.
Selma Bates checking back in as she wanted to check in before the period started. First dead ball, she's on the floor for the Patriots and has the ball now. Destrehan matching up here. It looks like a pure zone now. First time. Thought about it. Steps in, finds open space, and gets the roll. So Bates comes in, makes her presence felt immediately, and Curtis back up 2. And there's Urson. Boy, they're making a concentrated effort to get her more involved now.
Yes, they are. I think they went that first quarter without really making an effort to go to her very often. Give some credit to Curtis for the way they played defense on that. But now they're trying to get the ball inside to her.
Foul on Jordan, her second. And the third team foul. And Urson converts the first. She's got 5 points. Mondays on WHNO Sports. It's Sports NOLA TV. Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson and Brian Alley Walsh join me to break down the Saints college and prep action and debate the hot topic of the week. That's Sports NOLA TV each Monday at 6 on WHNO TV 20. Splits a pair, irons rebounds, and it's 18-17. Curtis by 1. Open look. Bates too strong. Mason comes down with it. And this pass too tall. What they're doing here is playing Urson off the ball now and trying to create ways to get to the ball down around the block area.
Right, exactly. Bad pass on that. Her teammates cutting to the goal. She threw it behind her.
And now Destrehan playing man defense this trip. So they're varying things, aren't they?
That's a nice
entry pass. Beautifully done. Boy, Dinah Jones, great vision.
Sees the floor well. Saw the open man under the goal in the low post. Basket.
And a 3-point lead for the Patriots. Knocked away from behind and stolen. And a break opportunity. All the way. Can't finish. Put back good. Abria Irons, who's been their leading scorer in the tournament, with their 4th point of the game. Their 4th board of the game. Nice block. Cleared away. Jones able to clear it. Numbers, great pass. Wide open backside.
Destrehan not getting all 5 players down the court on that play. They only had 3 that left somebody open.
And the biggest lead for Curtis, a 7-point edge at the 5:08 mark. Patriots on a 6-0 run. Baseline drive, not there. knocked long, and here comes Curtis again, and a foul will be called. Hope she's okay. Turned out to be a good foul. Would have been a breakout for Curtis.
Yeah, it was a trip. Brandy Mason just, unintentional.
That's her third personal foul, though. So Mason has 3 and sits. So keep that in mind at the 4:49 mark. Here's Bates. Curtis able to get the ball inside last few possessions. Jones out high. Picked up by Urson. What a matchup there. And there's a turnover by the Patriots. They're 4. And a block. 2 shots are coming. This will go on Irons, her first, and the team's 4th.
Nice
John Curtis. Was she able to get set or not?
No, it was a nice effort. Nice effort as we look at it again. That didn't quite have her feet set when she got there. She got there about a half second late, half split second.
This is Kiki Kenner, and the first one is home. She's got 6. Remember, she started very quickly with 5 points immediately. Now she has 6 in the game and has cut the deficit to 6. Had 27 points against Faith Academy in the semifinals. Missed the second. And the rebound controlled by Irons, her 5th.
I think you've seen in this tournament, there's another turnover. I think you've seen in this tournament that neither one of these teams, even though they may have some really good talent, they're not one man or one woman teams. They can go to different people.
Approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter. Morris handing back now to Kenner. Back to Morris. Dribble penetration good. Pass too high. Again, trying to get Urson around the block area, but the pass over her head.
Right.
7th turnover for Destrehan.
And I think Morris had a chance there to go up herself, but I guess they've been told at that timeout or at that quarter, we got to get Urson more involved in the game. Cost them on that possession.
Curtis doing a good job of really fronting Urson and making it difficult to get the ball to her. Dinah Jones all the way, strong but unable to finish. Offensive board, and maybe an overpass here, and a loose ball. It's going to be saved by Curtis. Jones off the rim. Rebound out of bounds to John Curtis. So they'll get a 3rd chance. Irons 6 rebounds already for the Patriots. Inbounds pass knocked out of bounds, and the Patriots will keep it. Jones decides she's going to be the inbound passer. Way over the top. This is well short, but right back to her. And another miss. So plenty of chances. Curtis unable to convert. Urson the board. Urson, nice defense by Jones. Nice drive here, and a nice shot.
Hard off the basket there. Very hard off the basket.
Kiki Kenner with 7, 24-20. Here's Jones.
Jones has been quiet lately.
Urson guarding her. What a matchup. Urson very aggressive against her. Forced her out on the floor a bit. Drive to the hole, up and under move, and a nice job to get to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Nice move by Jordan on that one to get to the goal. Gets to the line now for 2 free throws.
First on Kenner.
Nice move, slips it underneath. Just not quite able to get the roll.
5th team foul, and the first free throw drops through for Jordan. And we'll get a timeout, John Curtis. 2:24 to play first half. John Curtis 25, Destrehan 20. on the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase on WHNO. 5-point lead for John Curtis. They've maintained the edge for most of the first half after 3 lead changes in the first quarter. Destrehan, Bill Gallagher. Strange set of circumstances there, Bill. Explain that.
Interesting timeout call there by Curtis. It was in the middle of their own players shooting a 1-and-1. So we'll see if they're coming up with something different here out of the timeout for the last 2.5 minutes.
Didn't bother Jordan on the free throw. She swishes it 26-20. Curtis by 6. Maybe switch defensive assignments here. Staying man, identifying shooters and giving space where necessary. Urson short, rebound long, and a good job to pull it out of there by Irons again, her 7th rebound.
And they did switch defensive assignments on that possession. Maybe that was the intent of the timeout.
Virgil slows it up. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Patriots taking their time. Nobody goes and guards her. Virgil doesn't have to go anywhere. Boy, not a good pass there. I mean, just a careless pass and a turnover. Contact galore, travel. Defender backing off. That's a good call.
That's a good call, I suppose. There was a lot of contact on that one, but let's look at it. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. That was a good call.
Took 3 steps.
Good call. You should be down there on the floor, Ken.
Thank you very much. I'll prefer to be up here. Thank you. Nice thought. They don't pay well enough to do that.
No, they do not.
Those guys in stripes do a great job.
They do not. Because they only please half the people that are sitting down there.
I just want to sit next to you, so at least I'm close to somebody making a big buck. Nice drive and score by Bates.
Sit next to me to make sure you look good yourself.
Can I humor you a bit? 28-20. Curtis as we approach 1 minute to play in the first half. Championship, platinum bracket. Urson double team, sticks with it, tough.
Nice, strong move.
Kara Urson with 7 now, cuts the deficit to 6. Patriots in no hurry here with the 6-point lead. 42 seconds, a long time to hold it. I think they'll shoot before then. Although, again, they don't have to do anything until they guard. Now they guard. So, forces Curtis to play offense. Bates maintains the dribble for a long time, though. And that's just fine with Barbara Ferris. Finally gives it up with 20 seconds. This is Irons out high again.
I like the way they're playing this last 30, 40 seconds. You're still attacking the goal, looking for a basket if you can get it.
Virgil will shoot the 3. That's off. And that'll give Destrehan a chance with Urson. And she's on the run with 5, with 4. Pass gets away, goes out of bounds with 2 seconds left.
Tough break for Destrehan right there. They had a chance to cut it down to a 4-point lead going into half. Just couldn't handle the pass.
Instead, their 9th turnover. And a long-range shot by Jones will never get there. Halftime arrives with John Curtis on top of Destrehan, 28-22. Back in a moment on the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase on WHNO-TV 20. 28-22, John Curtis on top of Destrehan at the break. Championship game of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic Girls Platinum Bracket. Kent Trahan along with Bill Gallagher. Interesting first half. Lead changes in the first quarter. Curtis finally got the lead for good, kept it the rest of the half, won the battle of the boards, won the turnover battle, and that's why they're ahead in this game, Bill.
Yeah, they've done a good job defensively on Urson. Curtis has. She's only got 6 points, a very quiet 6 points. On the other hand, Destrehan, Dinah Jones for Curtis got hot really early, and they kind of put the clamps on her too. So we're seeing other people on both sides picking up the slack for their teams.
Right, supporting cast becomes very important in this game as teams make adjustments throughout to take away star players. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, and there were plentiful. A very quick start for Destrehan right out of the box. An outstanding shot made by the Wildcats, and then Jones answers off the shot by Morris.
And
then a nice drive here by Kenner.
Right. Julie Kamara started off really strong for Destrehan. Some nice passing by Curtis right there.
Yeah, the ball movement by Curtis in particular good. They've gotten a lot of looks very close to the basket as a result of diagonal passes in particular.
Right. Dinah Jones has done a good job seeing the floor. She's rifled in a couple of left-handed passes right in through the middle of the zone, and led to a couple of easy baskets for Curtis. And they've done a good job defensively. Also, both teams have done a good job defensively. It's their second game of the day for both of them. I hate to keep harping on that point, but both teams have got to play hard and try to clean it up a little bit in the second half. Which
star will shine? Which supporting cast will step up? We'll find out when we return with our second half in a moment. 28-22 Curtis on the First NBC Bank Prep Showcase. Saved herself. Woo. You guys are vicious, man.
They need to send that to Destrehan for their end of the year convocation.
No doubt.
And put that up.
Yeah, they'll love that. Somebody with a sense of humor, right?
Boy, they didn't spend much time in the locker rooms.
Oh.
17, 19 actually on 10 shots. It's a slow board around here, but it's understandable. It's frozen like the rest of us. 3.5 to play. And a really entertaining start tonight. The Pels trying to pick a rare road win. It's been difficult this year. Al Horford, but second chance. Isaiah Thomas, the mid-range game. And again, it'll be Horford batting it back. And when you play small ball, this is going to happen. Especially Amir Johnson down on the block. And Horford was held. Now, it was a tip with one hand. So does it come in on the side? Loose ball foul comes in on the side. Good call, James Williams.
AD not settling for anything, attacking, getting the touch. But you're right, the small ball, you got to be able to rebound the basketball. Right now, this is, I think, their 4th attempt.
And Isaiah Thomas will get it.
He looks almost disinterested, and then he'll hit you for 10 in a row.
He's got 9, but it's required 8 shots.
Sure.
Drew Holiday up against Jay Crowder. Gets the switch he wants with Anthony Davis on a clear out. Here comes Johnson. And AD almost caught in the air. Buckets. Got to recognize shot clock. And it's going to be a hold. That's a break.
No.
It might be right.
When he put his hands on, he pulls him to his body. It's a nice sneaky move. very veteran like.
And a break
got caught
because it was inside of 5 of the shot clock.
Sure.
So the Pels will take it in a 2-point game, and they've got it when we come back to Boston.
You know, in any job, any profession, image matters. I want some grit.
No. Very low. Very low. Yeah, we can hardly hear anything. Very low. We can hardly hear anything. Very low. Five, 6, 13 to 9 rebound. Not a lot of shots, man. A lot of out of bounds.
Right.
You know, team rebounds.
Yeah. What's the turnovers like?
6 for Curtis and 9 for Destrehan.
6 and 9.
All right, ready. Time now for Traditions, presented by Joseph A. Bank, the new tradition since 1905, with locations downtown in Metairie and in Mandeville. The tournament history of champions, and you get the picture of some brilliant players, including Kalani Brown of Baylor, including, of course, a Baylor player in this game to be in Kyra Urson, Kristen Nuss of Mount Carmel a year ago. Of course, the gold bracket last year, Bree Ashley Jones and Jules Sumner, and they went on to win a state championship. So, again, Joseph A. Bank bringing you our traditions of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic, past MVPs here in girls competition. Second half begins. First half leading scorers, Dinah Jones with 11 for Curtis, 7 each for Kenner, Morris, and Urson for Destrehan. 6-point lead, Patriots, they have it to start the second half and promptly throw the ball away. Their 7th turnover of the game. Boy, as a coach, you hate to see that coming out of the locker room.
Oh, yes, it's the last thing you want to see. You know, Destrehan did a good job there. Dublin, Jones, as soon as she got the ball, and she tossed it away.
And on the other end, a layup right away. So a good start for Destrehan as Mealy converts off the assist from Kenner, and it's a 4-point lead for Curtis.
So Destrehan comes up on top on both ends of the floor to start off the second half. That's a good sign for the Lady Cats.
For 3. Bang.
And you could tell when it left her hand, and she knew it too.
Bates. Answer. No. Rebound contested. Nice job of fighting for it. And another offensive board. Yes. And a chance for the 3-point play.
Destrehan's pushing the action in the first 45 seconds. Second, third chance points there, and Urson finally is able to bank it in for a good basket and drew the foul.
For the 3-point play, Urson's got it. Kyra Urson now cutting the deficit to 31-27. Should be 27 as a 3-point play. There it is. The scoreboard finally registers the point with 7:07 to play in the third. Urson now in double figures with 10. This is way short. And this is Kenner with the board. Destrehan playing much quicker here to start the second half. Urson showing you that. Nice penetration, inside out. Open look, Kenner! Bombs away. Nearly the assist, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, I think Destrehan was reminded at halftime that they haven't lost yet this year. And I think they want to protect that. They're sure playing like it right now.
Sure they are. With a purpose. One team playing fast thus far here in the second half. Jones guarded by Urson. Matchup we've seen quite a bit. Nice look by Jones. Boy, she has good vision, but there's a miss of a layup. And a jump ball, alternating possession. Destrehan, and Barbara Ferris just shakes her head. There's nothing more you can do but get the open layup.
Yeah, you know, right now it seems like maybe part of Destrehan's game plan is let's stop Dinah Jones and make the rest of the girls beat us.
Good call there on the foul, no question about that. Stops the penetration. That's against Bates as Barbara Ferris looks on pensively. The team comes out struggling here in the second half. Open look off the inbounds pass, but unable to convert. Another offensive board, not this time. And finally a defensive rebound and a breakout opportunity perhaps. Great defensive effort out of bounds.
I love this hustle by both teams.
And a timeout, John Curtis. And that's probably a good timeout the way this half is
Well,
started.
yeah, Barbara Ferris certainly isn't happy with what's going on so far in the first 2 minutes of this quarter. So she's got to call a timeout here and kind of shake her girls up a little bit, wake them up a little bit, and find out what the heck's going on out there.
Yeah, I mean, not the same intensity that we saw from them earlier in this game. Destrehan has turned it up. If you are interested in purchasing a DVD copy of this game, send an email to prep@sportsnola.com or call our offices at 504-681-0120 during normal business hours. You will receive a reply with more information on purchasing DVDs. Good look at the Curtis huddle as Barbara Ferris conducts business, and she's a little bit passionate right now. And you've been there before, haven't you?
Have I been passionate when I was out there? Was I animated? Yeah, I guess I was.
When your team doesn't play with the same intensity that you saw previously?
When you know that they can play like that, yes, you are a little upset. When you know that they've got it, when they know that they haven't, for some reason they just don't do it. You can't. You gotta address it. You gotta find out what the heck's going on.
I saw a game earlier today. Coach had a timeout for a minute. As soon as they catch the ball, foul, foul, foul. We have fouls to give. As soon as they catch it, foul. They threw it in. Nobody fouls. Team drove and shot a layup. Coach just put her head in her hands.
Well, Kenny, how many times last year did the Pelicans run the wrong play?
Do we need to go there?
Right. Yeah,
and there's a turnover by Curtis and then a foul. So the struggles for the Patriots continue. And Destrehan clearly controlling play here in the third quarter.
Came out of that second half on a mission, certainly.
Virgil commits her second. Third team foul for Curtis already. And we've only played just over 2 minutes. Destrehan with a chance to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Showing patience on this possession. For three. And Destrehan has the lead as Reno delivers the goods. The assist from Morris, and a 33-31 lead for the Lady Cats.
It's been a big quarter for them so far. They were very patient on that possession, worked the ball in, worked the ball out, got the good three-point shot.
Look a bit out of sorts, don't they?
Yes, they do. They're looking for Dinah Jones, and right now they were fronting Dinah on that play, and now they got the ball inside to her.
And they double her. Another travel. They just look uncertain about what they want to do.
They sure do. They're looking for Jones, and Destrehan is now saying, you're not going to beat us with Jones. We're not giving her the ball.
Great adjustment by Angie Butler. Here's Urson off the drive. Creates contact. No call. Good rebound by Jordan.
Nice
now
steal.
A scramble for the ball and a turnover, Curtis. Again, Destrehan simply out-hustling Curtis in the second half. Urson will run this down. This will be knocked out of bounds to John Curtis. Turnover by Destrehan. Lady Cats by 2.
You still applaud the hustle from Destrehan on that possession right there, even though the ball got knocked out of bounds.
Curtis with just one basket here in the second half to the point. And a substitution for Curtis. We see Elaine West coming in the game for the first time. Elaine West getting an opportunity to play up front as Barbara Ferris looks for a spark. Again, Dinah Jones has not scored since the first quarter. Nice strong move. Jones picks it up and puts it in. So as soon as I say that, she scores.
Well, she picks up a loose ball. She picks up an offensive rebound and puts it in. You know, you might call it garbage points, but it counts just like all the rest. Ties up the game.
Scorers somehow find those balls.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's what makes them good players.
Urson off the dribble. Nice create for the wide open look. Nope. Rebound on the floor, controlled by Irons, her 8th. Irons has been a somewhat quiet too, but not anymore. Got her own rebound, took it the distance, gives John Curtis the lead. Back and forth we go. Another open look. Not going to go in. And the rebound, Jones, her 4th. A couple of good looks for Kenner. Unable to hit, now a foul.
You know, I've said this before, Kenny. This game is a game of runs. Every team is going to make runs as they go along. During the game, every team does it. Right now, Curtis has answered Destrehan's start of the third quarter with a run of their own.
Second foul on Morris. So Lily Morris commits her second, and Curtis with the ball up 2. Irons walk. That's 5 turnovers in this quarter for Curtis.
I believe they had 6 in the first half.
They did, and at least 3 of them have been unforced, just like that.
Just like that, right. There've been a couple of walks, just like that. Yeah, I think the team that plays the cleaner second half is going to come out on top. Right now, that's not Curtis.
Urson gets space for 3. She's short. Rebound comes long, and a good job of holding on there by Bates, the contested board. Destrehan really extending its defense, aren't they?
They sure are. They're just keeping the pressure on.
Bates off the window. Good idea. Offensive rebound. What a move.
And a nice move.
To her left hand as well.
Can't ask for more than that. She gets the offensive rebound, does a spin move, and puts it up with her left hand.
She's been their leading scorer in the tournament. You see why. Irons in double figures with 10 points. Nearing a double-double. She's got 8 rebounds. Great pass. And the layup. Urson the assist, Mason the finish. Urson with their 3rd assist, and it's a 2-point game. Back and forth we go. Nice fake. Ball knocked away though, and a turnover, the 6th in the quarter by Curtis. Lady Cats can tie or take the lead on this possession. Good defense applied here by West, and out of bounds to Destrehan.
Nice little flick of the ball by West there to knock it out of bounds.
And a steal. Jones anticipated. Urson chases, and Jones blew the layup. Urson's 7th rebound. And Urson has it now. Backs Jones down. Kicks it out. Open 3. Sooner or later, right? Kenner knocks it down. Her 2nd triple of the quarter. Urson her 4th assist, and Destrehan has got the lead once more.
Well, Kiki had missed her first 2 shots before that, last 2 shots before that one, but that's what you like from the shooter. You don't want to be afraid. Go back and shoot again.
And Urson continuing to show confidence by getting her the look.
Exactly.
1-point lead, Lady Cats. Minute 30 to play in the 3rd. Irons looking to get there. Good move.
Another strong move.
Almost an and 1, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 on the foul by Mason, and that should be the 4th on Brandy Mason. So Mason has 4, Bill, and that's a concern.
Yeah, Mason's having a tough time staying with Irons, and now that she's got her 4th foul, she's going to have to come out of the game.
Irons puts in her 11th point. She has tied the game, and we'll see the substitution with Mealy returning. And Mason will come out with the 4 fouls. So we're tied at 38, and Irons will try to give John Curtis the lead. unable to do so. Long rebound, threaded herself, got it, great pass, and Curtis has the lead.
Irons has woke up this quarter.
And on the answer, Kyra Urson. Urson with 12, and the foul on Bates, and that's her second. And Destrehan with a chance for the three-point play. And the lead once more. It's Kyra Urson. Had quite a quarter. Cannot hit though. And Curtis with Virgil rebounds, tied at 40. With 1 minute to play in the third. Open look. Off. Offensive rebound, Irons. Boy, she's asserting herself.
Irons has really come to play in the last couple of minutes of this quarter. She's really, really dominating.
And she has a double-double now. 13 points, 10 rebounds. And a 2-point Curtis lead. Urson attacks, and we're tied. Getting to see how special these players are that we've spoken of.
Well, you know, there's more than just two players on the floor, one for each team.
Facing up, Bates, 20 on the clock here in the third quarter. Curtis can play for the final shot if they wish. Jones looks for the high pick, gets it, pulls up, triple team. Nice pass down low on the entry, and a hook shot. Old school, goes in. Jordan with 6, Curtis up. And the shot didn't get off in time. We played 3, kind of championship game you hope for, you got it. John Curtis, 44-42 over Destrehan. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, perhaps. He's got nothing on Michaela Jordan.
That was a line drive. That was a line drive hook shot right there.
Ken Trahan, Bill Gallagher, Platinum Bracket Championship game on the girls' side. And it's a good one. John Curtis, 44, Destrehan, 42. A couple of schools that play in 5A but will not meet in the playoffs due to the new split in basketball in Louisiana. So this is your unofficial state championship. I think it's safe to say that these are two of the top 5 or 6 teams in this state in 5A, right?
Absolutely. They're both ranked at the top or near the top of their respective power rankings. So, yeah, they're two of the probably top 5 teams in the state. And so far this game, can't ask for anything more. It's everything we expected.
To the baseline, Irons, double team, missed it. Offensive rebound, and Jones goes to get it and puts it home with her 15th point and a 4-point lead. Irons created that, should do 2 defenders, and then opened up the weak side. Jones was smart enough to get there. Active enough as well. Good defense, and Curtis has it. Nice job on the breakaway. Jordan with 8, Curtis back up 6. Patriots start quickly here in the 4th. Can Destrehan answer? Open look, Reno, short. Rebound goes into the Destrehan bench. Curtis will have it. Biggest lead has been 8 in this game. Curtis 28-20.
Well, the momentum has seemed to swung a little bit, and I made this comment the other day. You can't guard momentum. There's no defense against momentum.
And a travel. So not wanting to shoot the outside shot, Jordan passed it up twice, traveled the second time, and Destrehan will get it back. 13 turnovers for Curtis. Barbara Ferris telling her, take that shot.
Destrehan needs to score on this possession here.
So they get in the hands of Urson. Now Morris. Overload the left side of the floor and get it back to Urson. Fake the triple, dribble penetration, all the way to the sack, and she'll go to the line. It's cleared out space.
I think I would have given her 4 if she had made that shot.
Dinah Jones got her. First on Jones. And here is Urson with 14 points at the line. And doesn't get it, so she's missed 2 straight.
Is that the Achilles heel of her game?
No, she's a good free throw shooter. That's not something you would expect. Good knee bend, good rotation, good result. 15 points and a 5-point lead for the Patriots. Oh, Jones off the dribble and one. And she's strong.
Tell you what, she recognized right away that there was no backside help coming across, and she took advantage of that quickly. Here it is. Nobody for Destrehan on the block. Mealy got over there a little bit too late.
And she can't hit the free throw. But an offensive rebound and basket. Jordan. And Curtis with their biggest lead at 52-43. For 3, too strong. Battle for the board. Alternating possession will go to Destrehan at the 5:59 mark.
I think the difference right now is some other players are starting to step up for the Patriots. Not just Jones, but Irons, Jordan, and Destrehan hasn't found that other player yet. Besides Urson.
A 10-1 run here, 8-1 in the fourth quarter for Curtis. Illustrate how they've controlled things. Urson got to look for 3. Nope, not even close. Controlled by Jordan. Jones has space, look out. Back rim, long rebound. Break there for Lady Cats, and Urson with her 8th rebound, and she's fouled by Jones. So she'll shoot 2 more. Jones with her 2nd foul.
That was a good call. I mean, you know, it wasn't a bad foul either because she was going to the goal. She was going to score. And Jones had the foul to give. It's only her 2nd foul.
Curtis has only made 2 3-pointers in the game. That's not been part of their arsenal. That's more like Kyra Urson. She's made 2 straight now. Cuts the deficit to 8. Has another coming. And got the friendly roll. Urson with 17, 52-45, and a 30-second timeout. Destrehan will take the break. Back in a moment on the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase on WHNO-TV 20. Destrehan, Bill Gallagher, 5:38 to play. Platinum Bracket Championship game, girls side of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Nice crowd watching tonight. 52-45, Curtis on top, and Destrehan out of the timeout will pressure full court.
First time we've seen this from either team tonight so far.
Zone trap, Curtis able to beat it easily.
A good adjustment by Destrehan out of the timeout.
Open space for 3, and she's fouled. So that could have been disastrous for Destrehan. Bates could not connect, but drew the foul from Reno, her first. And 3 free throws are coming for Selma Bates, who has 7 points in the game.
Got her right on the arm as she let go. We
the
didn't see it.
flyby, we like to call that.
Right, and we didn't see it on the replay, but Dinah Jones came over after Bates missed that shot and said, look at the clock, look what the lead is, look how much time. We don't necessarily need that shot.
Missed the second, so splits the first pair. For the latest news on high school, college, and pro sports in Louisiana, visit sportsnola.com. In addition to unique opinions from our team of area writers, check out Louisiana's best prep sports coverage and our first NBC Bank video updates. It's all at sportsnola.com. Only 1 of 3 in Urson rebounds, so the Curtis lead is 8. Urson has her 9th rebound. And a steal. Irons all the way.
Handed it right to Irons.
15 for Irons. And the lead is 10.
And Curtis has extended their defense a little bit also.
So biggest lead for the Patriots. Baseline move and short. Put back. Yes, Urson. Now has a double-double. 19 points, 10 rebounds. 55-47. 4:49 left. Full court pressure. Head Jones free. Finally sees her. Jones wisely takes her time. Reset the offense with Virgil.
Time is on the side of the Lady Patriots.
With an 8-point lead, a 3-possession game. Make them play defense. Right side of the floor, Irons. She's been
nice
great. Jones
screen.
Posting up. And Urson, her 11th rebound. Got what they wanted there, didn't they?
They did. Nice screen by Jordan, but she couldn't convert it.
Urson all the way, taking over. 21 for Urson, 55-49. A 2-possession game. Curtis having no trouble breaking the pressure. Again, both teams with guards all over the floor.
Right.
So they'll handle pressure.
You handle pressure. But you got to throw it in there to mix things up a little bit. Looking to screen for Jones again.
Oh, what a move by Irons. That is so sweet. 17 for Irons. Just brilliant off the bounce. 57-49.
Destrehan's just not able to have anybody they haven't found anybody that can defend her yet.
Yeah, she's got a double-double with 17 and 10 rebounds. Off the bounce and one. What a move. Brandy Mason answers and has a chance for more.
Nice strong take by Mason on that.
Jordan's 3rd foul, 17th foul. Free throws the rest of the way for Destrehan.
Right down the baseline with her left hand and then switches hands and puts it in with her right.
Mason, a 3-point play, and it's a 5-point game at 57-52. With 3:26 left. And again, the full court pressure. Bad pass. Turnover. Boy, that was a very poor pass. And a foul. And 2 shots are coming. Careless turnover by Curtis. And a great opportunity for Destrehan. Kenner will have that.
You know, even if you do have a lot of guards on the floor, you still got to be able to handle that pressure. You know, you got guards that are defending you; they're quicker. You can't relax.
Jones the foul, her 3rd. Free throws coming. First is short by Kenner. She's got 13 in the game. Trying to cut into this 5-point deficit and take advantage of the turnover.
Every point counts the same, but they're more critical as you get toward the end of the game.
And can't hit either one. And over the back, it's going to be Curtis ball anyway.
2 big misses right there.
Yeah, they really were at the 3:24 mark. Remember that. Irons trying to split 3 defenders. Not a good idea. Finally gives it up. Timeout, Curtis. Good timeout by Barbara Farris.
Good timeout. They still had time on the 10-second clock, but they were way in the backcourt, so it was a good timeout. Settle her girls down. Make sure they're doing what she wants them to do, taking care of the ball, looking for the good shot.
So both teams talking over. Urson's kind of taken over here in the 4th, hasn't he? 7 points in the quarter for Kyra. She's also got 4 boards in the quarter, has 21 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists now.
Yeah, she's been one-man show for Destrehan so far. You know, that's what she needs. But she needs some help. There she is going up nice and strong. And she knows that she can take it to the goal. You know, she knows that they're going to have to defend her, that they can't really stop her.
Well, one of the things that you don't have when you have such really good, quick ball handling teams like this is you don't have rim protectors.
Yes.
You don't have size.
Right.
So there's really no fear
Well,
of taking
you
it
know,
to the rim.
that's kind of indicative of the girls' game, of the women's game, is they don't play above the rim. They're all down below the rim, and they're not going to block your shot.
Well, even so, no height is my
right.
point.
There's
though.
no, there's no height. There's no height.
Has any height, so you have no fear.
Right. And she's one of the bigger girls on Destrehan's team anyway.
Well, she's 5'7", but she's strong.
But she's strong. That's what I meant by bigger.
Right.
Bigger and stronger.
5-point lead, 3:10 to play.
Nice pick.
And what a pick. Drive it and one. Boy, you compound the mistake. Virgil commits the foul after the turnover, and a chance for the three-point play and a chance to cut the deficit to 2. What a play by Reno.
What a beautiful steal that was, right at half court, and when the position that she stole it, nobody's in front of her to prevent her from making the basket. Instead, she gets fouled by behind.
Reno has it.
Makes the three-point.
Cuts the deficit to 2 at 57-55. Game on, 3:02 to play. This is why we came, right? And the pressure works again, but somehow Curtis got it back and got a foul.
You gotta like the hustle that Destrehan's putting up
No
there
doubt.
right now. A game of runs. Game of runs.
Kenner the foul.
Okay, the difference in the out-of-bounds play here is that Curtis cannot run the floor.
Right.
They got to stay in their spot, so that makes the defense. It's an advantage for the defense.
Their best ball handler to bring it in, Jones. Now they invite the trap. It comes, and now Jones has 2-3 defenders on her, and she just wisely throws it out of bounds off of Kenner, realizing that she had nothing else to do.
What a heads-up play that was.
Too many players too close together for Curtis. Now they spread it, and now they get space, and they get an offensive foul. Another turnover by Curtis.
You can see that coming from half court.
Jordan, her 4th foul, and now Destrehan gets it back with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Foul all the way, no doubt about that, no question. Great call. Critical call.
Urson across the timeline. You know she wants it. Ball in her hands with 2:35 to play. 2-point lead, Curtis. Got it out of her hands, and now she gets it back. Crosses over to the paint. Faking, putting it up, scoring, and one, and a chance to give Destrehan the lead.
I thought she had an opening on the right. What do I know? She hesitated, went to the left, made the basket, drew the foul. What the heck do I know? Got the roll. There it is. Draws the contact. Jones.
And gives Destrehan the lead, completing the three-point play. 24 points, 58-57. Destrehan on top. The pressure paying dividends, 2:20 to play. Curtis breaks the pressure. Urson dominating when it matters, and a kick ball and a foul will be called against Kyra Urson. So Urson commits her second at 6 team fouls on the Lady Cats. So the next one will put Curtis at the line the rest of the way, but not yet.
So both teams will be shooting the rest of the way.
Game could be decided by free throws. Curtis having trouble getting shots. Good move, Irons. Too strong. Put back. And one. Jordan with a big offensive
Big rebound right there by Jordan, coming from the backside.
Morris the foul, her third, and at the line, Kayla Jordan with a chance to give Curtis the lead. Or gives Curtis the lead, I should say, and now puts him up by 2. So Jordan with a three-point play has 13, and it's 60-58. John Curtis up by 2. 2 minutes to play.
There's a lot of basketball left.
What a
For
finish.
only 2 minutes. There'll be a lot of basketball left.
Mason, she walked. Good call, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, shuffle her feet.
First turnover of the quarter by Destrehan comes at an inopportune time.
That's a clean quarter for him so far.
And the pressure again with Jones, the inbound passer. And a steal. For the lead.
Bingo.
Wow. Randy Mason with 8. Destrehan on top, 61-60. A minute 30 to play. Shooters roll, right?
Oh, boy, I tell you. Bounced around a few times, went up high, came back down.
Wild shot, not going to happen. Scramble for the ball, still loose. Destrehan has it. Here comes Urson.
Behind you.
All the way, she'll score. And
foul.
one. When it matters, the best player steps up.
She just won't be denied.
Didn't catch who committed the foul with a minute 11 to play. So the foul was on Virgil, and she's out of the game. That's why I wanted to wait to see, because if it was her, I knew it would be 5, and it is. So Deja Virgil will foul out with 3 points. Curtis will come in with Breon Bates. And here's Urson at the line with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. 26 points in the game, including 12 in the quarter. 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and she has given Destrehan a 4-point lead at 64-60, a minute 11 to play, and a timeout will be taken by Barbara Ferris and John Curtis. Destrehan controlling the fourth quarter, all because of number 24.
All because of Kyra Urson. They cleaned it up offensively with only 1 turnover. They've hit the boards. They put the clamps on Dinah Jones for the most part. A couple of girls for Destrehan, for Curtis has stepped up, but Urson has just taken this quarter over.
Can't be more dominant than she's been in this quarter with a minute 11 to play. If you're John Curtis, what do you have to do here?
Well, you got plenty of time. It's a 2-possession game. It's 64-60. You still got time. You come down, you work for the good shot, and then you got to get a stop on defense. You got to get a turnover or a stop on defense. But you can't go down this possession and not get a score. You need to get a score right here.
So with a minute 11 to play, Dinah Jones has 17, Abria Irons 17, Jakayla Jordan 13 for John Curtis. Ball's got to be in the hands of Jones at some point. She's got to touch it, if not to create for herself or for Irons or for Jordan Urson. 14 points in the first 3 quarters, 13 in the fourth quarter. Tells you what you need to know.
I like the move by Destrehan. They're up by 4 with only a little over a minute, but they keep the full court pressure.
That's
like
what
that.
got him here. So
don't
Curtis
back down. Don't ease up.
Getting it into the corner, not where they really wanted to. And
do
there's the double team.
There you
and
go.
There's the tie-up. Alternating possession of John Curtis. And the pressure for Destrehan has been too strong. Curtis cannot find the middle of the floor on these inbounds passes.
They're taking it and they're dribbling right to the corner. They're just making that turn into the corner.
We talked about them being a young team. Maybe that's showing to a degree.
Maybe so. But
a minute left. Curtis showing patience, down 4 here. And she carried the ball. Yep. Double dribble. So 6th turnover of the quarter by Curtis. 18th of the game. And Destrehan now with a chance to really take control. When do you have to foul if you're John Curtis?
I like the foul early.
They're not doing it here. And you don't want to end up in the hands of Urson. Timeout Destrehan, 40.7 seconds left.
I'm surprised Urson didn't bring the ball down the floor.
Me too.
I really am.
You like to have it in the hands of your best player in this situation.
She was all the way down. I don't like that part.
Well, she's also made her last 5 free throws. So,
yes.
I mean, clearly they want to get the ball in her
exactly
hand.
why you want her to have the ball.
Both teams in the bonus, so that's why you want Urson to have the ball. She's been phenomenal here late in the game, just taking over the game in the fourth quarter when her team trailed, Bill, over and over again.
I mean, she just goes up so strong to the basket. I mean, and it is as good as Curtis is and as athletic as Curtis is, they just don't have anybody as strong as her. They really don't. I mean, just basket after basket after basket's going in. And she goes right to the goal.
So the Lady Cats up 4. They'll have the ball with 40.7 seconds left. And Urson, 112 points in this tournament now in 4 games. Pretty special. They get it inbounds to Kenner, and Curtis is not fouling. And again, I'm surprised. And now they don't have to. A takeaway, but alternating possession to Destrehan. I think they got a foul. Why is the clock still running?
Right.
Why is the clock still running?
I think there's at least 6 seconds that need to get put back.
6 or 7 seconds. They've got to fix that. I mean, he completely forgot to stop the clock.
You hate to see that happen.
I mean, it's got to be at least 40 seconds left. And are they going to change it? Boy, that's... And they're trying to inbounds the ball. They're resetting it to 37, and there's no way that only 2.7 seconds went off. But there were at least 40 seconds left.
First of all, you know, it's the scorekeeper's fault, but he's not doing it on purpose. The clock operator and the officials, they're not looking at the clock.
No.
So you really don't know. You're guessing when you
And they're not fouling. I'm not sure what Curtis is thinking
What are they waiting for?
With 30 seconds left. I mean, you've got to foul. And finally, they go grab someone with 26.1 seconds. But you let a lot of time get away there. And Dinah Jones, I think, just fouled out of the game. No, it's her 4th. That's her 4th. So it is her 4th.
I mean, that was 11 seconds right there.
Right. Lost about 3 or 4 on the clock running and then did not foul. And at the line, here's Kenner with 13 points. Now, she missed her last 2 free throws, but she's got this. And it's a 5-point lead. She makes this when Curtis has got to shoot nothing but 3s.
They got to. But that has not been their MO tonight.
Bingo. 15 for Kenner. Destrehan closing in on a win, and Curtis has to be in a hurry here. Jones will be double teamed. And she kicked it away and drew a foul. Boy, that's a bad foul.
That foul.
Not a good foul at all with 18.5 seconds left. Last thing you want to do. If she wants to drive for 2, let her go.
Let her go. But you know, when you're playing full court defense, when you drop back, it's really hard for a player, for a high school kid, to all of a sudden switch gears and say, okay, now I'm going to let you drive.
Urson commits her 3rd. Jones at the line to shoot 2. She's got 17, but had 11 in the first quarter.
It's been very quiet the rest of the game.
Got the first, so she'll get the bonus. She's cut the deficit to 5. With 18.5 seconds left.
It's still doable, but you got to get a basket here and a steal.
And can't get the second. Urson rebounds.
Yes, we got the rebound.
And foul called as Urson will go shoot some more free throws. Destrehan seemingly on their way to a huge tournament victory. Irons committing the foul, her 2nd. And here's Urson at the line as Angie Butler can start smiling pretty soon now.
You know what? I don't think she is. I think she's going to wait until it's all zeros on that clock.
Urson can't get the first.
Especially with that miss.
Still a 2-possession game, though. 15.7 seconds left. And
missed them both.
Irons her 11th rebound. Jones on the run and can't finish, and that'll do it. And a foul with 6.7 seconds left. Kenner got the board. She'll go shoot, and Destrehan is going to win the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic Platinum Division. Just not enough time for Curtis to get it done now. And at the line, Kenner, who missed 2 earlier in this quarter, but made her last 2, has 15. Played extremely well. Got the first. And the lead is 6. Just a dominant 4th quarter by Destrehan. They turned up the pressure and turned it into a win. 2nd airborne and perfect. 7-point lead, 6.7 seconds left. And the clock didn't start.
He's trying to catch those 3 seconds from before.
Wow.
Well, you know,
I don't know what else to say.
This was the Kyra Urson show in the 4th quarter, but don't forget, she had a lot of help down there.
She did.
She's got a lot. There's a lot of girls that did a lot of good things for her today. For Destrehan tonight.
Jones will shoot a 25-footer off the backboard, and the Destrehan Lady Cats have won the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic 68-61 over John Curtis. Destrehan champions of the Platinum Bracket. We'll take a timeout. Back in a moment on the first NBC Bank Prep Showcase on WHNO-TV 20.
Before we move on, if I could have your attention, please. It's always important that we do everything we can to ensure the safety of our athletes. And the staff at Thibodaux Regional, the Sports Medicine Center, Larry D'Antoni and his crew have done an unbelievable job this week of taking care of our athletes. Please thank them with a round of applause. And again, our thanks to the Sports Medicine Center at Thibodaux Regional for their support of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. And of course, we wouldn't be here without the Allstate Sugar Bowl and their tremendous support, not only of this tournament, but of amateur athletics throughout our area. Now, we have some presentations to make. First of all, to announce our Platinum Bracket All-Tournament team.
Welcome back as Destrehan won at 68-61. The all-tournament team is being announced right now. They're already underway. Let's check in with Ed Daniels for the awards.
And Destiny Ramos. I think she's here in the house from Ursuline Academy. Brooklyn Mitchell. Tremendous tournament. Now, from John Curtis Christian School, Dinah Jones. Also from John Curtis Christian School, Abria Irons. And from John Curtis Christian School, Jerkayla Jordan. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Destrehan Wildcats, Kiki Kenner. And one of the real treats every year in the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic is the awarding of the Replica Sugar Bowl trophy. And the Allstate Sugar Bowl is so generous to give us 3 of these each year to award to our MVPs in each bracket. And tonight, that trophy goes to this young lady who had 27 points, 20 in the second half, Kyra Urson, our most valuable player. Congratulations to Kyra Urson. Now to present our trophies in 2 incredible teams tonight. First of all, our runner-up trophy to one of the best programs in Louisiana girls high school basketball. They are coached by Barbara Ferris. They are the John Curtis Christian Patriots.
Well, this John Curtis team, as mentioned, only one senior, and she really doesn't play. The future is all in front of them, including this year. They have to be considered a favorite on the select school side and girls play with the talent that they have on this team, Bill.
Right. I'm thoroughly impressed with them. They certainly are more than just the Dinah Jones show. They've got a number of players on their team that can step up and do the job. They played a really, really good Destrehan team tonight, but this John Curtis team has nothing to be ashamed of. And like you said, the future is all in front of them, especially this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are not only the pride of the East Bank of St. Charles Parish, they are our Platinum Bracket 2017 7th Annual Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic champions, Coach Angie Butler and the Destrehan Wildcats.
Coach Angie Butler and her Wildcats to accept the trophy for their outstanding victory here tonight. Well deserved, and a team that very clearly has a definitive chance to get it done in the state playoffs. You have to believe that they are a team that can win it all, and you know, they've been there before. They've had that chance to do so previously, and they have been a team that finished second as recently as 2014, and here they are accepting the trophy. Bill, final thought about what we saw here this evening.
Well, my oldest son, Bill III, is the head girls coach at North Shore. He's got a pretty decent team. He should make the playoffs. I just texted him and told him, sorry, you have no answer for Kara Urson at Destrehan. That's my comment. She is a stud.
I guess you said it all right there. Destrehan now 21-0 with their victory 68-61 over John Curtis. The Patriots fall to 17. And congratulations to the Destrehan Wildcats. Thanks for joining us. The first NBC Bank Prep Showcase continues with the boys' final of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Catch the tape delay broadcast tomorrow at 5 here on WHNO. For Bill Gallagher and our entire WHNO crew, I'm Kent Trahan. Once again, your final score, Destrehan 68, John Curtis 61. Thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.